Good evening. I'm Dr. Whitlock, Vice President for Student Affairs, and on behalf of President Post, the Board of Directors, faculty, and staff, I would like to welcome you to this commencement ceremony. To decrease distractions, please place your phones on silent or vibrate. If you're caring for small children who may become disruptive, please kindly go to the lobby area. The ceremony is being streamed live across the way in the library, and that's another area for you to view the ceremony. And we appreciate your assistance in making this a memorable occasion for our graduates. Let us pray. Lord, we are so grateful to you for another day and another opportunity. We are so proud to be here celebrating our graduates tonight. Please continue to bless them indeed and enlarge their territory. Keep them safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Help them to take their rightful place in the workforce in this West Georgia region, or wherever they may choose, and perform as they have been prepared. We're so thankful to you for their support systems, for their spouses, for their significant others, for their parents, their teachers, their friends, their family members. Now, just give us all traveling grace as we shall leave this place tonight. In your name we do pray. Amen. Please remain standing. Audience, please stand for our national anthem. It will be performed by Ms. Kristen Hyland.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. And please welcome Ms. Kristen Bowie, Vice President for Academic Affairs, to the podium.
Excuse me. Graduates, you have faced many challenges. You've persevered. And today we celebrate your accomplishments. It is my great honor to be among the first to say congratulations in reaching this remarkable milestone in your academic journey. At this time, I would like to recognize and extend our gratitude to the members of the stage party, the West Georgia Technical College Board of Directors, and the West Georgia Technical College Foundation trustees. Please join me in acknowledging these distinguished guests as I call their name. Here with us on the stage today, Dr. Julie Post, President. Mr. T. Scott Malone, President, Development Authority of Lagrange, commencement speaker. Mr. Steve Cromer, Vice President of Economic Development. Dr. Tanya Whitlock, Vice President of Student Affairs. Ms. Amber Wilson, Vice President of Finance. Ms. Brittany Wells, Executive Director, West Georgia Tech Foundation. Dr. Phyllis Ingham, Dean for the School of Health Sciences. Mr. Jeremy Eason, Dean for the School of Business and Computer Science. Ms. Beverly Kirk, Dean, School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Lucinda Montgomery, Dean for the School of Manufacturing, Transportation, and Trades. And Mr. Chris Page, Dean for the School of Public Safety and Professional Services. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our outstanding faculty. Faculty, would you please stand to be recognized? Your unwavering dedication, tireless efforts, and passion for teaching have been instrumental in shaping the success of our graduates we're here to celebrate today. We're deeply grateful for your commitment to their growth and for the profound impact that you have had on their lives and their futures. Thank you. Now please help me welcome to the stage West Georgia Technical College's 23-24 Rick Perkins Instructor of the Year, Ms. Karen Friedman.
Good evening. Will all honor graduates please stand? Dr. Post, faculty, staff, board members, students, guests, it is my pleasure to present to you these honor graduates. Students wearing gold cords are honor graduates who have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. As indicated in the back of the program, other cords, stoles, and medallions worn by graduates represent other academic honors and organizations. We recognize all students who have shown outstanding academic excellence during their program of study. Please join me as we celebrate their great accomplishments. Honor graduates, you may be seated. And now, please welcome to the podium President Dr. Julie Post.
You know, I thought this was a graduation. Y'all are pretty calm out there. Good evening. Let's try it again. Good evening. Okay, I mean, we're celebrating here. Let's be a little bit happier about being on this momentous occasion. Congratulations, you made it. First, I want to take a moment to say thank you. West Georgia Tech isn't successful unless our graduates are successful, and you have made us successful today. So we appreciate that you put your trust in West Georgia Tech to take your educational journey here with us, and we are incredibly hopeful for all that you will do once you leave here with your credential. So thank you again, and welcome to all of our guests who are in the audience. I don't know if you've been here in the Lagrange Callaway Conference Center. If you have, welcome back. If this is your first time, we appreciate you being here to celebrate with us tonight. Okay, some of you in this room may know our speaker for this evening. If you don't know him to actually say hello, you have likely read about him in the paper or heard him share somewhere in this community or even other parts of the state. You see, in order for a community to be thriving, there are some key pillars necessary. Educational pipelines, that would be us. Strong city, county leadership, adequate infrastructure, workforce opportunities, and forward-thinking planning and development. West Georgia Tech and our speaker tonight represent two key components of those successful pillars and the mindset required for the community. Education and training for the workforce pipeline, that's us here at West Georgia Tech, that's what we do. But forward thinking and planning and economic development, that's our speaker. The two go hand in hand, and I have to tell you that I appreciate dearly the partnership, the relationship, and the friendship that we have. Scott Malone is a native of Lagrange, Georgia. He obtained a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from Georgia Tech, a certificate in laboratory sciences from the University College of London, an MBA from Duke University with a concentration in finance and real estate development. I'm not really sure how you combine all of those things together in one nice little gentleman, but he has done it. Mr. Malone spent the first part of his career working with Anderson Consulting, based out of Atlanta, managing international projects throughout Europe and the Philippines. While living in Manila, Scott developed a core competency in the aviation space, working projects for Philippine Airlines. Mr. Malone went on to serve as president and COO of New World Air Holdings, the primary owner and operator with American Express of Indigo, the country's first corporate jet airline. Shortly following 9/11, Mr. Malone returned to Atlanta and founded Malone and Company, a capital investment firm. In 2004, he came home to Lagrange as managing partner of the hospitality company Granger Inns and the commercial real estate company Granger Inns II. Mr. Malone and his partners combined and sold their operating businesses in 2014. Fast forward to now. In 2016, Mr. Malone was named the president of the Development Authority of Lagrange, where he remains today. The Development Authority of Lagrange has successfully won 33 projects totaling over $11.36 billion of investment right here in Troup County. Mr. Malone has two sons, Jackson and Hampton, who are 19 and 16. Now, in his bio that you can read a little bit more in detail from the booklet and the pamphlet, he kind of smooths over that whole his success and his tenure here at the Development Authority of Lagrange. But 33 projects in 9 years is phenomenal. And it's exactly the reason that Troup County is thriving with industry, infrastructure, and development. So when you see ground clearing and industries opening up, which happens to be happening right here, that's progress, that's economic development, and that's Scott Malone at work. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Post, and thank you all. This is an absolutely honor for me and a privilege to see and be here today with this opportunity to speak to you all. I'd say afternoon, graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends. I stand here with you on the brink of closing the largest project in the history of Georgia. About 2 miles from here, $8 billion. We'll close that in the next 2 weeks. It's a technology and data center campus. So I thought as I started off tonight, I would use some of that AI technology that's driving it to think about what I would talk to you guys about, right? So I asked ChatGPT what to say to a group of smart, hardworking, multi-talented technical college grads. You know what it came back and said? Keep it short, Malone. They're already smarter than you, and they already have jobs lined up that make more money than you. So let's go with that. I will say it's an absolute privilege and an honor to be here with you today in Lagrange. This is an absolute incredible milestone. To the class of 2025 for West Georgia Technical College, congratulations. You did it. This is a day to be proud, not just for what you've accomplished, but for what you've become in the process. I want to take just 1 second, and Dr. Post shared some of the characteristics of this class and what really makes it special. There's 108 of you that were eligible to walk today, ranging from 17 to 59. The average age is 27. You're a class of working parents, fresh high school grads, military veterans, career changers, and future leaders. 77% of you are women, so I can see that. 9 of you serve this country in uniform. Thank you. Thank you for your service and what you do. 33 of you we just recognized are graduating with honors. 8 of you earned a perfect 4.0. Outstanding. There's 2 of you in the arts and sciences, 28 in business, 28 in health and sciences, 4 in nursing, and 46 in trade and technology. That and the opportunity we have in this community with these facilities and the staff and the faculty, the access you've had is just an unbelievable privilege for us as a community. Some of you took your very first West Georgia Technical class nearly 20 years ago, right? Others, like 2 nurses aide students who started in January, hit the ground running this semester and never looked back. We had a mother and a daughter graduating this morning from the nursing program together. That's the power of legacy and learning. Each of you has your own story, but today you share a finish line. And let's be honest, it hadn't been easy, right? Some of you worked overnight shifts before continuing to class. Some balanced school with raising kids, caring for parents, or managing health struggles. Some of you failed and started again, and yet here you are. Whether you're in class full-time, part-time, online in labs, or out in the field, you kept showing up. And that perseverance is what sets you apart today. Because the truth is, the tassel is earned not just by intelligence, but by endurance. And you and every single one of you belong here today because you've succeeded. The power of a technical education. Let's talk about what you've earned. A technical education isn't just about passing courses. It's about learning how to solve problems in the real world, how to bring value to every team, every shift, and every project you touch. You've gained skills that go far beyond the classroom. If you studied business, you know how to keep the wheels turning, from managing people to managing a payroll. You can keep a small business growing, or you can build one of your own from scratch. If you're in health sciences or nursing, your skills will literally save lives. You'll bring calm to chaos, comfort to pain, dignity to aging, or healing patients. If you're in trade and technical fields, you've joined a proud tradition of builders, engineers, mechanics, welders, and technicians who keep this community and this country running. These skills open doors not just to employment, but to advancement, leadership, and long-term security. The kind of security that lets you buy your first home, support your family, or put your kids through school. And employers are ready and they're waiting to hire each and every one of you. In West Georgia, we're home to industry leaders like Kia, Hyundai, Duracell, Kimberly-Clark Interface, Milliken, and Mountville, along with 110 other manufacturing facilities in Troup County. They're not just looking for employees, they're looking for innovators, for problem solvers, and for leaders. In healthcare, we have major systems like WellStar and Emory, along with local providers like ActiCare and Visiting Angels. They're eager for CNAs, medical assistants, and caregivers who are skilled, passionate, and dependable. And right here in our own neighborhood, we have businesses like Jackson Services, handling HVAC, electrical, and plumbing. They're counting on graduates like you to help them grow and serve our communities. These aren't just jobs, they're careers. They're paths to prosperity for you and for the generations that follow behind you. Think about what your skills make possible. You can restore someone's air conditioner on a 100-degree day. You can hold a patient's hand that's facing surgery. You can help a factory stay open and keep thousands of paychecks flowing through. You can help a business balance its books or hire someone new. You can give comfort, dignity, and a care to someone who needs it most. That's impact. That's purpose. And that is what you now carry with you. A lesson that I learned in life about education. My parents grew up poor in South Mississippi. My mom's parents died when she was 2. She made it to a junior college. My dad was one of 11. His parents were 8th grade educated. He was the first one to go to college. He rose through poverty and ended up running a multi-billion-dollar company worldwide, many of y'all would know as Milliken. The one thing he taught us from an educational standpoint when we grew up is education's the only thing in your life that cannot be taken away from you. Yeah, thanks. The only thing in your life that can't be taken away. Jobs come and go. Money, unfortunately, can be lost. Circumstances change. But what you know and what you've worked to understand belongs to you forever. That certificate in your hand, it's not just proof you passed a test. It's proof that you can learn, that you can grow, that you can finish what you start. You're now equipped with something that no one can repossess, revoke, or reduce. And the more you use it, the more powerful it becomes. So what comes next? This moment may feel like an ending, and it is, but it's also a beginning. Industries will keep evolving, technology will keep advancing, challenges will keep coming, and the good news is you're ready. You've already proven that you can learn, that you can adapt, and that you can persist. So whether your next step's a new job, a promotion, another degree, or even something unexpected, lean into that momentum you've already built. Say yes to the opportunity. Say yes to growth. Say yes to becoming even more than you ever imagined. So let me ask you this. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? Because the skills you've learned can change lives, starting with your own. You now have the ability to make people feel safe, seen, cared for, and capable. You can support aging neighbors, empower local businesses, and strengthen manufacturing and rebuild infrastructure. You don't just enter the workforce, you lift it up. And with the power comes responsibility for you to stay curious, for you to keep learning, for you to teach others, and for you to lead with humility and integrity. because your story and your influence is still being written. Every job, every act of service, every breakthrough, that's a line in the legacy that you leave behind. So as you leave here as graduates today, remember this. Carry your education like a crown. Wear it with pride, guard it, grow it, and use it to light the way for others. You're not just graduates, you're problem solvers, community builders, and change makers. You are the West Georgia Technical Class of 2025, and the world's going to be better because of your success. Congratulations. Go make your mark on the world.
Thank you, Mr. Malone. We're grateful for your time, your words of wisdom, and your dedication to the workforce. Thank you. Dr. Post, on behalf of the West Georgia Technical College faculty, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for graduation, each having satisfactorily met all requirements to receive their respective degree, diploma, or certificate of credit.
Thank you, Ms. Bowie. On behalf of the Board of Directors, faculty, staff, and administration of this amazing institution, I accept these candidates for graduation and ask the faculty marshals to present them by program to receive their degree, their diploma, or certificate. That means it's time. Let's do this.
Associate of Applied Science, Pharmacy Technology, Celeste Hawk. Technical Certificate of Credit, Infant and Toddler Child Care Specialist, Rachel Judith Singh. Associate of Applied Science in Accounting, Alicia Fields. Jerica Holliday. Queensafe, Xantasia Potts. Braden Smith. Jennifer M. Welch. Associate of Applied Science in Business Management, Carly Chastain. Ashley Copeland. Virudi K. Desai. Sierra Johnson. Mackenzie Nicole Miller. Chase Wesley Tyler. Gwen Ann Williams. Associate of Applied Science in Networking Specialist, Associate of Applied Science in Cybersecurity, Angela Finch. Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Care and Education, Morgan Alyssa Caldwell. Shannon Smith. Megan A. Zimmerman. Associate of Applied Science in Fire Science Technology, Stephen Rutledge. Associate of Science in General Business, Brittany Hill. Associate of Applied Science in Health Information Management Technology, Matthew Goodwin. Madison Marie Butler. Associate of Applied Science in Pharmacy Technology, Coriana L. Parks. Technical Diploma in Air Conditioning Technology, Braxton Ahmad Ray Carlisle. Joshua David Funderburk. Technical Diploma in Automotive Technology, Lauren M. Kingston. Technical Diploma in Cosmetology, Caitlin B. Creed. Paxton Dean. Hannah Shellnut. Riley Strickland. Electrical Systems Technology Diploma, Cassie V. Wall. Technical Diploma in Precision Machining and Manufacturing, William T. Edwards. Jacob McCurry. Harry Tivguy. Technical Diploma in Welding and Joining Technology, Chad Causey. Fernando Alexis Donis. Jeremiah A. Johnson. Ray B. Moorhead. Christopher H. Ray. Technical Certificate of Credit in Advanced Emergency Medical Technician, Hannah Chapman. Reagan Palmer. Cheyenne L. Wynn. Technical Certificate of Credit in Cosmetology for Licensure, Trinity M. Ball. Gracie Bennett. Erin Lynn Cofield. Destiny Davis. Autumn G. Garcia. DeBrazia Tombrea Jones. Michaela W. Keith. Trinity Logan. Haley P. Lloyd. Natalie McGee. Autumn Marshall. Kirsten Morales. Na Momo Miat. Roxana Ramirez Basurto. Manuel D. Rodriguez. Mia D. Sherman. Grace Lee Skelly. Elena Smith. Kimberly Yaranet Solis Franco. Nia Washington. Skylar McKenna Weeks. Technical Certificate of Credit in Hair Designer, Alexis R. Langford. Cora Sativa Serlinda Rochelle. Technical Certificate of Credit in Infant and Toddler Child Care Specialist, Alexis Taft. Technical Certificate of Credit in Medical Coding, Adrian Brown. Brianna Danielle Brown. Destiny Green. Megan Hill. Isabel Olivia Hunt. Megan Colleen Skipper. Thank you. Yeah. Technical Certificate of Credit in Nurse Aid Accelerated, Evita Ferrier. Alasia Gaither. Shaw Michael Orange. Technical Certificate of Credit in Pharmacy Technology, Courtney Brown. Technical Certificate of Credit in Phlebotomy Technology Specialist, Kamaya B. Bowling. Emily Tatum Freeman. Ava Jade Smiley. Precious Walker. Kiera White. Technical Certificate of Credit in Tax Preparation Specialist, Rachel Ann Bodner.
All right, we have a couple of traditions left to do, so graduates, please stand. Let's make it official. By the authority vested in me by the State Board of the Technical College System of Georgia, and by virtue of my position as president of this institution, I hereby declare you to be graduates of West Georgia Technical College. Congratulations. All right, please remain standing because you have one more thing left to do. Welcome to the stage our student speaker, Ms. Celeste Hawk. Tonight, Celeste received her Associate of Applied Science in Pharmacy Technology and graduates with honors, and will lead you in the final tradition.
All right, good evening, everybody. Our time at West Georgia Tech has been kind of like tending a garden, planting seeds of knowledge, weathering storms of late nights and tough exams, and finally blossoming into the skilled professionals we are today. As we cross the stage, may we stay rooted in perseverance, continue to nurture our growth, and bloom boldly in every opportunity that comes our way. Now for the moment we've been waiting for. The time-honored tassel tradition. Graduates, please join me in turning our tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2025. You may be seated. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Ms. Brittany Wells, Executive Director of Institutional Executive Director of Institutional Advancement, to speak on behalf of West Georgia Tech Foundation.
Thank you.
No problem.
Good evening and congratulations. Tonight is about celebrating your achievements. As you start a new chapter, you put the classrooms and labs behind you and become alumni of West Georgia Technical College and also our very best ambassadors. We encourage you to remember that West Georgia Tech has made an investment in you that has dramatically increased your marketability in the workforce. Your new knowledge and skill set make you more valuable than ever before as an employee and as a citizen. It is important to remember that many people and organizations have invested in you. Your families, your friends, your employers, and for many of you, scholarships and grants have made it possible for you to graduate. It is not possible to pay back everyone who has helped you and invested in you, but we would like to encourage you to pay it forward. Many of you received foundation scholarships, learned on state-of-the-art equipment, or took classes in a room or building that was provided in part by the West Georgia Technical College Foundation and its donors. Now you have a chance to leave a lasting legacy for generations that will follow you. It's simple. There's a simple truth. Donors change lives. Without generous donors, without our alumni donors, we would only reach a fraction of students just like you this evening. Having you partner with us in our mission to change lives is truly appreciated, and we look forward to hearing and seeing the important contributions you make to our community in the years to come.
Okay, I'm only going to talk for about 15 minutes, okay? I know I stand between you and the door and, I don't know, a beer or, I don't know, a celebration, a cake. I'm not sure what it is. So I will be brief, but tonight I want you to be proud. I want you to celebrate your success. However, I ask a few things of you. First, your success likely did not come alone. Please turn. I know you've already scoped out where mom, dad, brother, sister, grandma, husband, wife, significant other is in this room. So turn around, throw them a hug or a high five, and just give them a big old shout out for being your supporter. Second, I hope you have a wonderful time celebrating tonight or this weekend with fellow graduates, family, and friends. Please don't forget that now, once you've exited this room, you are officially alumni of West Georgia Tech. That means you need to make us look good. So celebrate carefully, make wise choices, and consider that you are ambassadors for us and every student that comes after you. Third, I want you to stay in touch. Share your continued successes with us. We truly want to know all that you do, and we know that this is not an end, but it's only the beginning where you will proceed on for the next fantastic phase of your life. So in the words of Dr. Seuss, oh, the places you will go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life is a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. You already have. Class of 2025, let me offer you our final congratulations from your West Georgia Tech family. We're proud of you, and we wish you the best. One more round of applause for the graduates. Okay, guests, if you'll just remain seated until the entire recessional exits the building before you come out to grab your graduate with lots of hugs. But we will now process, and I present to you the 2025 spring graduates of West Georgia Tech.